Welcome to championship baseball from Dozer Park in Peoria. It's a Class 1A state title game matching the Brown County Hornets and the Louisville North Clay Cardinals. And hi again, everybody. I'm Dave Bernhardt along with my Hall of Fame partner, Mark Lindo. These two teams got here by virtue of wins yesterday in the semifinals. Brown County, a 2-1 win over Ottawa Marquette and North Clay in 5 innings, 15-2 over Leroy. And Mark, in those two games, you combine the efforts of Brown County and North Clay combined. 1 error and 2 walks. They played great baseball yesterday.
Well, that's how you advance, Dave, to a state championship game, which they both have today, by playing fundamentally sound defense, not giving up anything for free, making the opponent work for everything they can. We'll take a look at the lineups, but first pitch coming right now, called by the Hall of Fame play-by-play voice of the IHSA, Dave Bernhardt.
Thank you very much, Mark. Mason Henry on the hill for Brown County. Colin Ballard at the plate for North Clay. Our first pitch is underway here in Peoria. Ballard, the third baseman for North Clay. Mason Henry, big lefty in the mound. He's got some flashy numbers.
He does. 7-0 on the season, a minuscule 1.00 earned run average. Is probably a tad lower than that because he pitched 2/3 of an inning yesterday, allowed nothing through 11 pitches. So that's part of what we'll watch today with the pitch count in high school baseball. 64 strikeouts against just 13 base on balls.
Ballard scored 3 runs yesterday, 3-15. He pops this one in foul territory. A lot of room here at Dozer Park. The catch is made by the catcher, Ethan Howell.
Ethan Howell had a beat on that the whole time. High school catchers, that's not an automatic out. That ball spinning back to him, got his glove up, knew he hit the warning track, had plenty of room, gets the ever important first out. As you mentioned, Ballard, so difficult to retire from that leadoff spot. 1
gone to Logan Fleener, the shortstop, junior shortstop for the Cardinals, the son of Teutopolis head coach Justin Fleener. Yesterday, Logan, 2 hits and 4 at-bats, scored twice and drove in 3. Defensively for Brown County, Sam Carr, Gabe Blakely, and Maverick Henry, the outfield from left to right. The left side of the infield is Will Gresh, the shortstop Colby Ward. On the right side is Tice Fullerton and Gavin Montgomery. Next pitch to Fleener, a little bit low. As we said, the catcher, Ethan Howell, Mason Henry on the mound. Fleener be followed by Holden Clifton, then Brady Ingram hitting in the cleanup spot. Donnie Zimmerman, Carson Burkett doing the pitching today. He'll bat 6. Dakota Widener in right. Leighton Dawkins, the second baseman, and the lineup rounded out by Brighton Griffey, the center fielder. Count 2-1 to Fleener.
Henry just 11 pitches yesterday. That should not have any impact on his ability to have his good stuff today. If anything, it probably was a little bit of just a workout yesterday as he finished that game.
And that was a nail-biter for Brown County.
2-1.
Bases were loaded with 1 out. Marquette had that situation, but Henry got out of it. A fly out to center field ended it and sent Brown County to the state championship ball game. First appearance ever for both of these teams in the state baseball finals. Henry working strictly from the stretch, and Fleener will head down to first base.
Really good at bat by Fleener. Oh, so patient. You know, great hitters don't get themselves out. And he did not go fishing at all. John Freck at third base telling Fleener he picked up his left leg. Watch his first move. Let's see his first move. And the rest of the team has to study that right now.
Short lead by Fleener, and at the plate is Holden Clifton. Clifton hit in 1 at bat yesterday, scored one of those 15 runs.
40 RBIs on the season. Yeah, Fleener probably wants to extend that and maybe get a one-way lead and see that move.
Be chopped foul just past head coach of Cardinals John Freck in his 18th overall season, 277 wins, 6 years spent at Clay City, and then the high schools reconfigured in the last 10 years at North Clay.
Freck went to Sparta High School and got his degree from McHenry.
Still a short lead at first for Fleener. Count 1-2 to Clifton. There he goes. Fly ball right field, driving the right fielder back. Henry, Maverick Henry over his head. He'll make the catch right in front of the warning track. Fleener will have to retreat. He touches second, heads to first. He'll get back, but what a play by the freshman Maverick Henry in right field.
Oh my goodness, that ball kept carrying, and Fleener was off on the pitch. Maverick Henry saved a run and probably a triple, laying out with his back to the home plate. What a great catch as he was off to the races on contact right there. Marking that web gem up.
And how about Maverick Henry bailing out his older brother, the pitcher, Mason Henry?
He's got to give him that extra biscuit at dinner tonight.
Brady Ingram now at the plate. The ball in dirt, and Fleener will break for second. He'll go in there standing. That will go down as a wild pitch. That ball that was hit by Clifton, Fleener, as in everybody in the park, thought that ball was over Henry's head. He had rounded second, which means he had to come all the way back, touch second, and just beat the throw to first.
You have to retouch your steps. We talked about very little freebies yesterday by either one of these teams, and of course Fleener's on with the base on balls and now advances on a wild pitch. So can they get out of that one?
Ingram, hard ground ball, shortstop, bobbles. Here comes Fleener looking to score, cut off by the pitcher, and Fleener is in there. How about that? The ground ball up the middle to Colby Ward, bobbled it, had the presence of mind to look and see Fleener rounding third, headed to home, made the throw, but Mason Henry cut the ball, and it was still a bang-bang play at home plate.
Wow, as we get the designated runner, the courtesy runner, Alex Boos, in at first base, but he scored all the way from second on a ground ball, and I have to be repetitive to myself. Fleener gets on a base on balls, goes to second on a wild pitch, and then scores on an E6. So that is indeed a gift run up on the board for North Clay.
Boy, aggressive base running and coaching by John Freck. Boost the short lead at first. Donnie Zimmerman, the number 5 hitter, the left fielder for North Clay.
Okay, so got to go back and pick apart that play. Mason Henry cut that ball off. Did that slow down the path of the baseball? Would it have been better to let that ball go?
This one's fouled back. Well, the reaction of the catcher, Ethan Howell, indicated, yeah. He wanted that one to come all the way through.
That throw came from second base, so.
I don't know that Henry
knew what was going on.
Exactly. He just thought that Wart was fire him a bullet. Well, we've had some interesting plays here early in this one. 1-0 lead for North Clay.
You go back to John Freck sending Logan Fleener. Really good aggressive coaching. And yes, that was a coaching decision.
Chopper to Freck. Makes the play easily. Count on Zimmerman, a ball and 2 strikes.
Mason Henry just has to regroup right now, mentally.
And Zimmerman will stay alive. We've had a highlight reel catch in right field, and we have had great base running by North Clay, specifically Logan Fleener. Henry took a little off that one, and still Zimmerman's able to battle his way into yet another pitch.
Zimmerman 1 for 3 yesterday, but he a good handler of the bat. 326 on the year, 28 RBIs. Pretty good at bat, getting deep into the repertoire of Henry.
Kept in front by Howell. Evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Defense playing relatively deep, which they should be with 2 outs. Not letting a ball get into the gap.
This ball's hit on the nose, dropping quickly. Left fielder Sam Carr is there for the catch. The North Clay strikes first. They pick up a run without the benefit of a hit, a walk, a wild pitch, an error. And North Clay, the early 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the first.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's ProTech, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear ProTechs because they're scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit SAFRsports.com. And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
The North Clay Cardinals take the field with the 1-run lead. The outfield of Donnie Zimmerman, center fielder Brighton Griffey, and in right Dakota Widener. Colin Ballard at third, Logan Fleener, the shortstop. Clayton Dawkins at second, Holden Clifton's over at first. Behind the plate, Brady Ingram, and the ball gets placed in the hands of Carson Burkett here in the championship game.
Take a look at Carson's numbers. Big 21 out on the bump. Comes in with a 7-3 record. Earned run average of 2.91 in 53 innings pitched. 44 punch-outs, 7 base on balls. That's really good. Only 7 walks in 53 innings.
Once again, the yell you may have heard a few seconds ago came from the leadoff batter here for Brown County. That's Colby Ward. He takes his last warm-up swing in the on-deck circle as he approaches home plate. And he lets out this huge yell. Sparkplug, when he gets quiet, the team gets quiet. Well, he's not quiet right now. He'll lead things off here. 2 hits and 3 at-bats yesterday. Take the first pitch low. He'll be followed by Sam Carr, then Gabe Blakely. That's the top 3. Middle 3, Mason Henry, Will Gresh, and Ethan Howell. And the bottom 3, Tyler Fulton, Gavin Montgomery, and Maverick Henry. Ward hits this ball well to left field. Zimmerman is right there. We're out number 1.
Good job by Ward jumping on that pitch and lacing it to left field, but Zimmerman barely needed to move. Good positioning by the defensive charts, albeit a small sampling, just 1 game from yesterday to watch where the balls are normally hit.
Brings up the left fielder, fellow junior Sam Carr. Carr 0-2 yesterday. He's going to go after the first pitch, and the line drive single to left field.
Good piece hit, and he just laced that ball to left field. Brown County going to try to get something going as they turn over to Gabe Blakely, who's got gap power.
And a double yesterday is 1 hit and 3 at-bats.
Outfield playing very deep now. Probably a little bit deeper than they should in left field, but center and right, that's probably good, pretty good positioning.
Big cut from Blakely, who picked up his 10th win of the season yesterday. Went 6 1/3 innings, only gave up 1 run, struck out 7, and walked just 1.
Burkett gets a glance at Carr. We'll see how quickly he gets the ball to the plate.
Taken for a strike. 1-2.
1.6 from leg to home, so he probably wants to improve on that just a little bit.
Blakely hits it to center, dropping quickly. Griffey in and will make the running catch. Long run from Brighton Griffey.
Really good job as he wanted that baseball from the get-go. He turns to Dakota Widener and says, "That was mine." You love a center fielder and captain of the outfield to take charge. He did just that. Covered an awful lot of ground to get that second out.
Another left-hand hitter. This is Mason Henry, back-to-back senior lefties in the order in the 3-4 spots for head coach Jared Hoots. Henry swings through that one. Hoots in his 13th season as a head coach for Brown County with 182 wins. Graduate of Winchester High School, 4-year baseball player at McMurray College. McMurray College, of course, is closed permanently. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Back safely is Carr. McMurray College closing its doors a couple of years ago. A victim of financial difficulties, yet once an alum, always an alum.
They produce nothing but the best academicians.
Henry, well, you got jammed and sent it into the Brown County section behind the dugout. A lot of green here today on the third base side, and it's all red on the first base side.
Henry came in 40 RBIs. He had 4 of those in the sectional final where he also went yard.
There goes the runner. Throwing from his knees is the catcher, Ingram, into center field. Carr picks himself up. He's headed to third. No throw. Stolen base in air. Puts the tying run 90 feet away.
So in our open, we talked about how clean both these teams played yesterday. Each team already in error. Each team with a free pass that allows a runner to go to third. A base on balls in the first inning led to a run. Playing with fire when you give extra bases, extra outs.
Henry at the count, 2-2. Follows it straight back into the netting. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carr at third. Burkett delivers. The count's full. Waiting on deck is Will Gresh.
Really good pitch by Burkett. Really good take by Henry. So you got 2 solid decisions. One on the bump, one at the plate.
Henry will spoil it.
Burkett, a 6'1" senior. Has a pretty good mound presence out there. He knows how to handle himself.
Here it comes. Just foul. Mason Henry swinging the stick just as he did in the sectional championship game. He was 3 for 4 with a home run, 4 RBIs. And oh, by the way, Henry pitched and won that game. It was 6 innings, 5 hits, and 5 strikeouts.
That's a good battle between 2 veterans, 2 seniors on these 2 teams.
Henry rips this one to right, retreating is Widener. He's not going to get it. Will one hop the wall. This game is tied as Mason Henry will cruise into second with a double. Jumped all over a 3-2 pitch.
Really good at bat by Mason Henry. Let's go back to the previous pitch. Remember, Burkett made a good pitch in the outer part, and Henry fouled it off down the third base side. He wasted that ball on the outer third. Then this pitch, it got in center cut right at the 5 spot over the middle of the plate. He just flat out turned on it, drove that ball to the Peoria.org sign right out there in right field on 1 hop.
Yeah, a courtesy runner at second base for the pitcher Mason Henry as Will Gresh will look to drive in a go-ahead run. A run to the top and a run to the bottom here in the first inning of your 1A championship game. Gresh yesterday had a couple of hits and 3 at-bats.
Hayden Weissy is a courtesy runner.
Slider away, and Gresh goes right through it. Hard to the right side. Nice job, Dawkins. Throw to first. Now retire the side. Layden Dawkins ranging to his left. Keeps this game tied. We've played 1. We're tied at 1.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button. Because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSNetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. This is game number 2 of 4 here today on the NFHS Network. Earlier on, the game that began about 3 hours ago, Ottawa Marquette in 5 innings defeated Leroy 12-0. And then later today, Beginning at 3 o'clock, it'll be a third-place game in 2A. Royal Forsyth taking on Columbia before our 2A championship ball game that follows. We wrap up the day with Richmond Burton taking on Joliet Catholic Academy.
Good job by Brown County answering the run that Louisville North Clay put up in the first inning. Got two teams that flat out know how to win. And anytime you come back from giving up a run and come right back yourself, that just shows kind of team chemistry and confidence that these teams both have.
Leading it off here in the top of the second is the pitcher Carson Burkett. Henry deals, just misses outside.
Burkett hit a .337 clip on the season.
He's got a lot of room in right center if he can find it. And we're pitching him away, just got a piece of it.
We mentioned he's 6'1", strong guy, but he hits out of a really crouched stance rather than standing more upright.
Burkett walked 3 times yesterday. He looks at ball 2, 2-1. North Clay batters were walked 5 times. Burkett, 3 of them. Now he's 1 pitch away from walking yet again here to lead things off in the second.
See, if you're Howell, a catcher, you can set up inside now and try to force your pitcher to get the ball down and in. He's missing up and out, as you just saw.
And that is the second walk of this game for Henry.
After allowing only 1 walk as a team yesterday.
Get the courtesy runner. I believe that once again is Alex Boos over at first base. So both the catcher and the pitcher have reached base within the first 6 batters here for this North Clay lineup. 32-6 on a season. And that's dealing for a strike to Dakota Widener. North Clay had a 13-game winning streak early in the season. They scored 15.5 runs per game during that stretch. Five times this year, the Cardinals have scored 20 or more runs. Stuck 15 on the board in 5 innings yesterday in the semifinals. Fouled. Will it reach the roof? Yes, it does. 2-level stadium here at Dozer Park, home of the Peoria Chiefs, downtown Peoria. Short lead at first for Boos. High chopper. Going to have to be fielded by Wart. It will not be in time. And that was pretty much an impossible play when Gresh could not get to it. An infield single for Widener.
High bounding ball, not a chance for Wart to go get that ball in the hole, set and throw in time. Widener gets down the line in lickety-split fashion, and they got something going via a base on balls and a walk. Hey, you were talking about Louisville North Clay. They had, 8 or 9 games in a row where they scored in double digits.
That was a tough bunt attempt for Leighton Dawkins. It was a breaking ball, and his bat just kind of followed the ball all the way down.
Now, Will Gresh at third base is not coming out of the cutout. Now he is as we speak. Toughest play for a third baseman is that bunt with a man on second. Do I come and get it, or do I stay back and cover the base?
The runner at second is Boos. Widener at first.
And those decisions are pre-pitch made by the coaching staff.
Unable to get it down again. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Dawkins not happy with himself.
So Gresh that time came in like he was going to field a bunt. Then as the pitch was made, he went back, retreated back to his base, which would say that Mason Henry was in charge of the bunt on the third base line.
Howell lines up outside. Henry, a little body language indicating he's a little frustrated with himself on that pitch. Glance to second. A little slide step just missed outside. Count's gone to 3-2. First two batters have reached, walk in an infield single. A swing and a miss as Henry will get Dawkins on strikes.
So
Big strikeout.
Dawkins took it to 3-2, but the execution that has been so good lacked in that particular at bat. They were not able to advance the runner via the bunt. Then the punch out happens. We go to the 9-hole.
And that's Brighton Griffey. Griffey had a couple of hits, 2 RBIs yesterday. Griffey, the senior, a .416 batting average coming into this final weekend of the season.
41 runs scored, 41 RBIs. How's that for your 9-hole hitter?
To the left side, stopped by Ward. Force attempt at third, not in time there. The bases are loaded with 1 out. The ball has not been hit out of the infield in this inning by North Clay, and yet the sacks are filled.
Base on balls, high chopper, infield hit at first, and then there's an infield hit where the shortstop, Colby Wirt, lays out, tries to get the force out of third, bang, bang play. Give you credit where credit is due. Beating that throw to third base.
Jared Hoots makes his way out to the mound for a conference defensively, and then offensively it will be Boos, Widener, and Griffey. They'll be clustered about their head coach John Freck. An interested observer in that conference is Colby Ballard. He'll be the next hitter, the leadoff batter in this North Clay lineup. Home plate umpire John Allen will break up that conference on the mound. Our first base umpire in this one is Dennis Douthit. Dave Holder is at third.
And you cannot ask for a better scenario right now. Bases juiced, and Colin Ballard, Logan Flinger, the next two scheduled hitters, they have a chance for an inning right here. The table has been set by the bottom of the order.
Corners are in, the middle is back with 1 out. The tie game in the second inning. Ballard hits it on the nose, and that will go down. 1 run will score. They'll wave the second. Back-to-back runs. It's a 2 RBI single from Colin Ballard.
First ball, fastball hunting. He got it center cut and laced it into center field, keeping his hands back, driving the barrel through the hitting zone. Really good aggressive hitting, looking for first ball, fastball with bases loaded, and they're still alive. First and third offense in gear right now.
Griffey went all the way from first to third with Logan Fleener at the plate. It was interesting to watch the base running on that because Boos was tagging, as he should. The runner at second, Widener, he had a really good look at it that ball is not going to be caught, so he only trailed Boos by maybe 20 feet as they came back-to-back to cross home plate.
Yeah, good base runners at second base. The first thing you're taught and the first thing you should coach to do is turn and look at your outfield so you have an idea where they're playing at on a would-be hit.
Howell smothers that ball behind the plate. North Clay got a run in the first inning without benefit of hit. They have stacked 3 hits here in the second. They've plated 2 runs, with 2 more aboard.
Mason Henry had only allowed 13 base on balls coming in. He allowed base on balls in inning number 1. It scored. Base on balls leading off this inning, it scored.
Fleener lifts this to right field. Here comes Maverick Henry. He'll get behind it, tagging and stopping. Now heading back to third is Griffey. The runners will stay at first and third with 2 outs.
Good job by Maverick Henry getting himself in position to throw the baseball. As he caught it, he was already squaring up his backside, and they didn't challenge his arm.
I'm a little surprised because the break at third was a good one from Griffey. Number 3 hitter Holden Clifton is up. There's a little chop foul, third base side.
John Freck want to play some first and third offense right now. His batter one pitch behind the count at 0-1.
It was Clifton that hit the ball to the warning track in right field, and Henry made the over-the-shoulder catch. Runner at first goes, and they will let him steal second. Colin Ballard with that stolen base. Two are sitting there for Clifton. Clay already with a 3-1 lead.
3-1-5-1 this at bat.
Clifton will get back in there. A little exchange of baseballs between John Allen, our home plate umpire, and Mason Henry.
Mason Henry right now does not have a lot of hop in his step, does he? I mean, a little bit, he's got to gather it and get that confidence level back.
He comes over the top, and that scoots and jumps over the glove of Will Gresh. Two more runs will score. It is a 5-1 game.
That ball was hit hard and past Will Gresh into left field. It went to his glove side. Took a hop right over his shoulder. He hit the ball hard. Good things happen.
4 runs in the inning. And here comes Jared Hoots, the head coach, once again. 2 RBI single from Holden Clifton.
And they're going to take the ball from Mason Henry here with 2 outs in the second inning. He'll move to first base now.
I believe this will be Colby Wart that will check in.
I'll double check. He's such a competitor. Number 8 is out on the bump. Colby Wirtz, a 6'1", 185 junior. Really fine shortstop. Moving to the hill. Wirt looks like this. 4-1, 35 innings pitched, 2.60 earned run average, 33 strikeouts, Dave. 1 inning compared to his 5 base on balls for the junior right-hander.
We'll take a look and see how head coach Jared Hoots plays this. When he was talking to home plate umpire, he was pointing to right field. Still looking for a shortstop, however. And this is interesting because on the lineup card today submitted by Brown County, Gavin Montgomery, the first baseman, was listed as a first baseman / DH, meaning he was basically occupying both roles. Defensively, first baseman, hitter, DH. And you say, well, I've never heard of that before. Yeah. And I will tell you, I've never heard of that before either until today. But the strategy plays out here early because Tice Fullerton goes to shortstop. That means we have a new second baseman. We'll get back to that DH thing in a moment. So what it does by putting Montgomery in that dual role is when he comes out of the game defensively, he still maintains his spot in the order, and that means he'll be hitting 8th, but now as the DH. Wart will come in to face Brady Ingram. Ingram, the cleanup hitter, the catcher, reached on an error last time. That was in the first inning. He becomes the 8th man to bat here in a 4-run second inning.
So the new second baseman was Maverick Henry.
Well, that means Maverick Henry will come from right field to second base. And we'll have a new right fielder that we know that Gavin Montgomery will be hitting for. Short lead at first for Clifton. Ingram hits the ball on the ground. Comes to Tice Fullerton. A quick early chance, and he'll make that play. 6-3 on the putout. 8 men bat. 4 men score. 4 hits in the inning. Inning and a half in the books, and North Clay has the 5-1 lead.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button. Because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
Today's game is available for download. All you have to do is click the digital copy button under the game video player. Download a digital copy of this event right to your computer. Dave Bernhard, Mark Lindo, Dozer Park, Peoria 1A championship game. And North Clay has struck early. They put some runs on the board here in this tournament. 5 innings yesterday, 15 runs. 2 innings today, they put 5 more on.
At 20 runs in 6 innings, are you kidding me? That's pretty efficient offense. And they've hit some balls hard. They've run the bases aggressively well. They've taken advantage of some gimmies by the 2 opponents. You add all those up, and that's how you get 20 runs.
How about Carson Burkett? First inning, he was staked to a 1-0 lead. Did give up a run. Next time he comes out there on the mound, he looks up. He's got a 4-run advantage. And his job is to hold it right there. Ethan Howell to lead things off, the senior catcher, followed by Tice Fullerton and then Gavin Montgomery.
He's now 0 for 2 yesterday, but yesterday's gone. His job's right now just to get on base.
It's a .356 hitter on the season, and he's going to boost that average base hit to left field. That's about the 3rd hitter here for Brown County that he's seen gone after the first pitch.
That was a breaking ball that he was able to stay back on. Hit the ball in the 5-6 hole between short and third. And he'll get congratulated by his teammates when he comes back to the dugout.
And his courtesy runner will be Tate Fullerton. So I believe we have had both pitchers, both catchers reach already here in the 2nd inning. So we've had a total of 4 courtesy runners used in this game. Tice Fullerton, the younger brother, the freshman brother of Tate, who's over at first base. Tice comes to the plate. He started at second, moved over to short. .293 hitter on the season. Yesterday, 0 for 3.
Boy, attacked that first ball fastball.
He gets on this one too. Center fielder Griffey in, and he'll make that catch. About knee high as he came in. Griffey covering some ground here today.
We saw Griffey go into right center field earlier in the ball game and make a nice catch after a long run. That ball was hit on the line, not much time to react. Griffey certainly did as he slides to make that catch and negate at least now what could have turned into a start of a big inning.
1 out. Gavin Montgomery now officially the DH at this moment. Left-handed hitting junior. Has team leading 3 triples this year, and this is a ballpark that can give up some triples. You feel like it's too early for one to think that this is somewhat of a must score for Brown County inning?
No, I think it's a must score.
Okay.
You don't have to get back to 5-5. Nope, you got to put a point up. You got to get at least 1 run this inning.
Right on the outside corner, 2 balls and a strike.
And I'll rephrase that and make my own addendum. Brown County's got to score next in this game. Let me put it that way.
Shot past the glove of Dawkins. Holding up at second will be Fullerton. Gavin Montgomery does his job.
Couple hard hit balls, Howell and Montgomery. And then the line drive by Fullerton, right? So they squared up 3 baseballs this inning. That is the good news here. If you're a Hornet fan right now, they're basically on the delivery of Carson Burkett.
Well, 2 hits in the first inning, both hit hard.
Yep.
Sam Carr and then the long double by Mason Henry. Number 9 in the order, Maverick Henry at the plate. Maverick Henry, the good cut. I'll tell you what, these Hornets come up there swinging
Yes,
a bat.
do. And that's part of their offensive philosophy. They hunt fastballs and love to attack that, and they have balance up and down their lineup.
Good pitch, just missed.
Good pitch, good take. Game within the game. Don't hit the pitcher's pitch.
Glance to second, delivery home. This ball's hit on the nose. Griffey goes, retreats to left center field. He'll make the catch. Bryton Griffey has had 3 balls today. He's made the out in 3 different spots on the field, and he's made it look easy.
Went to right center field for a long run. Caught a line drive right at him in center field. Had to go to the turf for that. And that time he had to go to left center field to make a catch. Covering an awful lot of ground out there. Really good at bat by Maverick Henry. Comes up with nothing.
To the top of the order we go, and Colby Wart flew out to left field his first time up. Teams are even in hits at 4 apiece.
We think Colby Wart's going to hit this ball hard. Will he hit it at somebody?
Off the end of the bat, this one's dropping quickly, but then it hangs just a bit for Widener, and that will close out the inning. Burkett gets out of it after giving up a couple of hits. His outfielders take care of business. We've played 2 here in your 1A championship game, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Cardinals from North Clay.
Have you said yes to being an organ, tissue, and eye donor? It's a powerful decision to give life to others when you're gone. Today, we cheer for Matthew, his family, and all those who say yes to donation. You have the power to save and enhance lives. Sign up today at donatelifeillinois.org and say yes to being a donor.
Well, we're not sure exactly of what device you are using here to watch this championship ball game, but I want you to know that today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today. Start watching live games wherever you are. Of course, if you are watching and you say, you know, I'd really like to watch this game again, on-demand option always there for you.
You know, we just talked about Brown County. Really, I felt needed to score next, which I still believe that's the case. So if you're Louisville North Clay, on your end, if you say, okay, if we can get another run this inning, just expand that lead. 1, you create a gap between you and your opponent. 2, you know, that much more of a mental pickup. So I really believe whoever scores next in this game is in good shape, one way or the other.
You know, it's interesting you brought up that point because I was about to turn to you, and, you know, we talk about hold'em innings.
Yep.
And this is if you're thinking on the defensive side or the pitching side, this is, for the same reason you just mentioned, a hold'em inning for Brown County and Colby Wart.
Absolutely.
Donnie Zimmerman at the plate, the only Cardinal who did not hit last inning when 4 runs crossed the plate.
Word starts him with looks to be a slider. I'll bet your Word's going to be about an 80% fastball, go get him kind of mentality now. The back-to-back hard breaking balls with late bite.
Ward had a complete game victory in the Super Sectional. And that was a win over Carrollton. He retired 8 of the final 9 batters. And he gets a strikeout here of Zimmerman to open up the 3rd.
Oh, that was breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball, all 3 right down the middle of the plate. Zimmerman couldn't handle any of them. Hard, late break. Another one.
Now he's facing Burkett, who walked his courtesy runner. Booth scored last inning. Took a little off that one. Easy hopper to Gresh. 2 gone.
So it's 5 consecutive pitches in the strike zone. Just pound the zone, pound the zone. Good things can happen. And he's gone breaking ball 5 consecutive times. And why not? He's got full command, doesn't he? There's a fastball.
Right there. Hits that outside corner. Facing Dakota Widener. Widener had an infield single. He eventually scored. Last inning it was 2-run singles each from Colin Ballard and Holden Clifton.
That's his 7th pitch of the inning. 7 strikes. What a novel idea, huh?
Misses intentionally on 0-2.
Try to get Widener to bite on the outside or off the outside part of the plate. He'll come back breaking ball here.
And he does. And waving at it and missing. 2nd strikeout of the inning. 4 straight retired by Wart in relief. A quick 1-2-3. Top of the 3rd inning. And Brown County will bring their bats to the plate, trailing 5-1.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit safrsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Another beautiful day in Peoria for baseball today. It was as if you could just draw it up. If you'd have been back in March, you said, you know, I'd really like to sculpt the perfect day for the state finals, you would have gotten it here in Peoria this weekend. Right now, 82 degrees, partly cloudy. Got a few more clouds than we had yesterday. Wind just kind of blowing a little bit from left to right, barely moving the flags.
Got those puffy white clouds, so no danger of any kind of weather system moving in. And yesterday, I don't think we saw a cloud in the sky yesterday. It was like 100% sunshine, high sky yesterday.
We've got another weekend of championship baseball to be played. Of course, 3A, 4A super sectionals to be played Monday, and there's, depending on what part of the state you're in, there's some predictions of rain for that. And then we'll see what next weekend takes us as we head to Joliet for the 3A, 4A championships. 2-3-4 here in the 3rd inning for the Brown County Hornets. Sam Carr, Gabe Blakely, and Mason Henry. This one should find Green. Down it goes. Griffey chasing it down, but look at Carr motor. He has a stand-up double to lead off the 3rd.
See, we talked about them having to score next. Carr puts them in position to do that. 379 hitter coming in, found that gap in right field. You know what he did really well? That was a pretty decent pitch by Burkett. Down and away, and he just dropped the head of the bat right on the baseball. Instead of trying to pull that ball, he did a really nice job hitting it where it was pitched.
Blakely flew out to center field his last time up, hits this one hard, and will it squirt through? It does! Base hit Blakely. Carr being waved. The throw is cut off, and there is a quick run in the bottom of the 3rd. It cuts the lead to 5-2.
That's the run we talked about. They got a really, really nice inning from Colby Wirt out on a hill. They come right back with a couple swings of the bat, get a double, single, and you've stolen back a little bit of momentum.
Brings up Mason Henry, who put the ball in a warning track in right field, and that's just about where the right fielder Dakota Widener is playing right now. What would you say? He may be 10 feet away from the track in right?
He's respecting the ability of Mason Henry to put a charge into baseball.
Griffey playing very deep in center field, shaded to that right field side. And it's going to be a line drive up the middle. The Hornets are squaring up Burkett. 3 straight hits here to open up the 3rd inning.
And all 3 of them right on the button.
And that will prompt a visit from John Freck.
Good visit it is when you see bang, 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 3 consecutive balls squared up.
Well, and if you're in that Brown County dugout right now, you take a look at the scoreboard and you see that we have 7 hits.
Yep.
And there have not been any cheapies. And that's going to be it for Burkett. Both coaches not wasting any time here in this state championship ball game to make pitching changes.
Really like Freck's decision right here. Sometimes you want to go with a guy, ride your horse, but no, you get an indicator they've squared him up back to back to back. You got to put in a fresh arm. I
believe this may be Hayden Clifton that will be coming in. Clifton, a little bit of an exchange of gloves.
Yep.
Or Holden Clifton, we should say.
Holden Clifton goes from first base to the mound. 6'1", 195 senior Holden Clifton. His job is to get out of this inning without any further damage. Holden Clifton is 5-1, 27 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, so he has been able to punch people out, 6 base on balls. He has given up 26 hits in those 27 innings and a 3.11 earned run average. Kind of strange because he's given up actually hit an inning, which isn't great, but he's got over a strikeout inning, which is very good.
His spot at first base will be replaced or filled by Carson Burkett, so those two just flip-flop positions. Double, single, single. A run in and runners at first and second. First batter that Clifton will face will be Will Gresh.
Now he's winding up from the stretch position. He was winding up from the windup. Warming up from the windup. Runners on base, you have to get your warm-ups from the stretch position.
It was Clifton that had a 2-run single in the second inning. I did not see him warming up.
No.
So however loose he's going to get, he's going to have to do it in the minimum required number of pitches here. I should say maximum required. And it's a little bit of that rosin bag. He's ready to go.
Still no one out.
Gresh, Howell, and Fullerton. Next 3 hitters for Brown County. Gresh will go after that first pitch from Clifton.
Sitting dead right on a fastball. He got it, but couldn't deal with it.
Ball and a strike.
From a hitting perspective, when a new pitcher's in, I think you should always look first ball, fastball. From a pitching perspective, I think you should, be able to split the middle with a breaking ball because of that.
I'll go back to the just short number of warm-up pitches.
Yes.
Does that impact
Certainly
your
does.
decision on how you want to get after a hitter?
Oh no, I think you got to go with what you have best command of on pitch number 1.
I guess what I'm saying there is if you only get 8 pitches, can you get a feel for that breaking ball?
Yeah, you only threw a couple breaking balls more than likely, and maybe not even a straight change. So you have to work your way through this situation.
Outfield remaining very deep. This is the deepest we've seen any outfield play here this weekend in 1A or 2A. Gresh has a lot of room to drop one in front of Zimmerman, Griffey, and Widener. Big strikeout out of the pen, if you will. Will Gresh will go down swinging. Clifton gets the K.
Yeah, Holden Clifton's got a really good chance, again, to pick his team up now without any further damage. This would be a win if he comes in and holds them the rest of this inning.
Howell singled to lead off the second inning. That was an inning that Brown County stranded 2 runners. Howell fouls this one out of play and will not reach the berm. Reaches some concrete, yet the chase is still on. It's coming from the stands. Mark, a tumble exiting the row. And that opens it up for the youngster in red. Wait, still battling.
And now there's going to be a tackle. Is there going to be?
Well, it was red t-shirt versus black t-shirt, and red wins it after black took a tumble. He's checking out his knee right now. That pitch is up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Howell. Holden Clifton glances to second. This is scooped. Griffey is there, comes in, and once again comes from deep center field, makes that catch in medium deep right center field.
Boy, Griffey can cover some ground. Fun to watch. That's at least 4 putouts. I think he might have 5, and 4 of them have been like long range catches.
Clifton is 1 out away from minimizing whatever damage Brown County has done in this inning. Tice Fullerton, the freshman second baseman, who's now actually at shortstop. He sliced this one down the right field side, and a sliding catch is made. That's Dakota Widener. How about the outfield play here from North Clay? Wow.
Save 2 runs and regain momentum.
Griffey makes the catch in right center, and then Widener with the ball slicing away from him makes the grab near the line in right field. Holden Clifton comes on, retires the 3 batters he faced. After the first 3 people in this inning reached by way of a hit, 1 run has crossed the plate. It's a 5-2 game after 3.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's ProTech, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear ProTechs because they are scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit SAFRsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games. One destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school.
Leighton Dawkins at 5'7", 155. He won't drive the ball too much, but you got to be careful. He can get a bunt down. He showed it right there.
This game is very intriguing in terms of the score and the approach. If you are Brown County, you're saying to Colby Wart, let's hold it right here. If you're in the other dugout, John Freck is saying, let's get one. Let's get it back. Let's get back that run we gave up in the bottom of the 3rd.
I really like John Freck's move. He went and made the pitching change, brought in Holden Clifton, after only 1 run had scored. He saw enough. He knows his personnel. He made the change, brought in a fresh arm.
Wart did not get the call on that check swing. The count 2-2.
2A championship game. As the innings progress, the drama will get larger.
3-2 to Dawkins, number 8 hitter in the order. He'll be followed by Griffey, then to the top and Ballard. And that misses. The leadoff walk here in the top of the 4th inning.
Interesting, he goes with a number 8 hitter hitting below 300, and he goes and chooses a breaking ball on the 3-2 pitch instead of challenging him. Not saying it's wrong, just an interesting pitch selection. And the leadoff batter is on once again.
Griffey from that 9 spot.
Would be bunt situation.
And that's what makes it interesting, right? A bunt situation indeed, but when you got a guy hitting over 400.
Yeah. With 41 runs scored, 41 RBIs.
Dawkins the lead at first. Pretty good sized lead. Here's the bunt, showing bunt, pulling back.
You got a great handler of bat, and you got some speed on the base. Do you want to put him in motion and let Griffey go ahead and swing the bat?
Glancing down to the Brown County dugout, Jared Hoots, nearly after every pitch, is directing his defense in one manner or another. Griffey puts this in the air. Hayden Weesey, who took over in right field with the pitching change, will make the catch for the first out.
Well, a good defense with the coaching help of positioning, and you should adjust literally every single count, because the strength of the batter, the pitch count, obviously 2 strikes. You do not expect a hitter to score it up as much as 2-0 pitch, what have you. So adjust to the count, adjust to the conditions.
Colin Ballard, the last time he came to the plate, he drove home a couple. That broke a 1-1 tie, made it 3-1. 2 batters later, Clifton and another 2-run single. Keep an eye on Dawkins over at first. He stays. A good pitch, ran away from the bat of Ballard, just got a piece of it.
Colby Wirt's got to be aware of the running game. See if he changes. There's a look over left shoulder. We'll see how quickly he gets it up to home plate.
And again, just getting a seam of that ball is the leadoff hitter Colin Ballard with Logan Fleener on deck.
He did get up there in 1.17, so really good help for his catcher Ethan Howell, who has a great track record of throwing out runners.
Got a piece of it, and it was caught by Howell, and that will be a strikeout. Great pitches there from Ward.
Both relief pitchers have come in and done a pretty good job, one for each team.
Now you talk about Ethan Howell, the catcher. He may be challenged here. However, his coach, Jared Hoot, says it's one of the best defensive catchers he's ever coached coming into this tournament. Howell had thrown out 22 of 40 runners attempting to steal.
That's an incredible percentage.
Here's Fleener at the plate. Officially 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the first inning before flying out in the second.
Of course, the Cardinals will respect his arm, but I still think you want to challenge. Especially with Fleener up right now. It's a win-win situation. If you steal the base, awesome. If not, you got Fleener starting the next inning with nobody out, leading it off.
Well, on that last pitch, Dawkins faked a break as if he was timing things out. He'll stay. And Howell's able to stop it right there. Good hitting count. A pretty good count to run if you want to steal and hit at the same time, which is different than a hit and run. Dawkins stays. Fleener, a little check swing to the right side. Going to be a tough cover for the pitcher. Ward, he's there, easily finds the bag for the out. 3-1 on the putout. So it did become a hold'em inning for Brown County. We're halfway home in this one, your 1A championship ball game. It's a 5-2 lead for the Cardinals over the Hornets.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button. Because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
One big inning here for North Clay is pretty much the difference. A 4-run second inning, but Mark, you really like the way the pace is played here the last couple of innings.
Well, both relief pitchers, Holden Clifton and Colby Wirt, have been pounding the strike zone, picking their team up in each respective defense. So the defense has responded behind them, which is a good rhythm and tempo to this baseball game right now.
We were talking about pitch counts earlier today. And of course, pitch counts matter, not just in terms of, as you see in professional ball, well, we don't want this guy to throw over 100 pitches, but there are mandated limits to the pitch counts. And to get to a championship ball game, we've discovered since this pitch counts have been instituted that you really do need 3 pitchers who can deliver the ball to get yourself to a championship ball game.
Yeah, and you don't need 3 fireballs. You don't need 3, punch-out pitchers. You need guys that will be around the zone, can move the ball around and keep hitters off balance, because when you're a championship caliber team playing down here in Peoria, you know that your defense has the ability to make plays.
8th spot in the order belongs to Gavin Montgomery. He ripped a single to right field his last time up. And he will look at a pitch down, 2-0.
Olin Clifton pitched in the sectional for them. He'll attend Vincennes Community College. got a good baseball future.
A 2-0 pitch. And it goes to 3-0. Last inning, it was a leadoff double that eventually scored for Brown County. Hornets 28-4 on the season. 4-pitch walk starts it here in the bottom of number 4.
Well, there's been some base on balls in this game after we had spoken in the open about each team only giving 1 walk yesterday. Well, that was correct. That's why each team was able to advance. They did not give up anything for free. And today there's been some base on balls. Each team's committed an error. There's been a couple wild pitches. So not as clean by either team right now as they played yesterday.
Maverick Henry just showed bunt. Don't know that was really going to be intended bunt. He choked up a couple of inches on the bat. He looks down to his head coach Jared Hoots in the box at third.
I think that was a straight take, even though he showed bunt. There have been 4 consecutive balls.
This one deflects off the glove of Ingram, but unable to advance is Montgomery. Henry, the number 9 hitter, has moved between right field and second base here today.
Made a great play in right field.
Henry, a sub-200 hitter, will send it into the area near the tarp. We haven't had to see that used this weekend.
Shh.
We're fine.
We're good.
Don't worry about it. We're fine. Other years I haven't been able to say that.
Yeah.
Other years I would see a sky like this, but I'd see the radar.
Yeah.
Pitch to Henry, and that's a big strikeout right there. Clifton gets his second strikeout of this game. 1 out here in the 4th, back to the top of the order in Wart.
Olin Clifton getting up there low 80s right now. But that one, Maverick Henry just overmatched that ball in on his hands.
Ward has flown out to left and also to right here today. Checks it up on that pitch. 2-hit day yesterday for the 6'1", 185-pound junior. Checks in with a .425 batting average. Hits this one hard to right center. Giving ground is Widener. And he'll make the catch. This outfield has been all over this huge expanse here at Dozer Park. That ball was hit.
That ball was hit into the gap. It looked like extra bases would have left the bat of Wirt, but you know what? Widener got there with relative ease, and they philosophically have been playing their offense, or their defense, in respect to the offense very deep, saying, okay, if you get something in front of us, fine, but you're not going to get the ball to the fence against us with our depth of our outfield.
Sam Carr at the plate. He has scored both of the Hornets' runs today, singled and doubled. He eventually came around in the first inning on a double from Mason Henry, and he scored on a single from Gabe Blakely. That was last inning.
That was a most pop on that ball right there.
They brought that one.
Yeah, that one hit 85, 86.
Short lead at first for Montgomery. A little defensive swing as Carr is able to stay alive.
As my wife says when we're watching a ball game together and there was a great pitch, she said, why don't they just do that all the time? I have to explain to her that they're trying to. Some plays, pitches, swings are better than others. Why don't they just do that all the time?
Holden Clifton started the inning with the leadoff walk. He comes back, gets a strikeout, a flyout, and a strikeout. No damage done. The lead remains 3-4 here in Peoria.
Have you said yes to being an organ, tissue, and eye donor? It's a powerful decision to give life to others when you're gone. Today, we cheer for Matthew, his family, and all those who say yes to donation. You have the power to save and enhance lives. Sign up today at donatelifeillinois.org and say yes to being a donor.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button. Because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action.
Boy, what a lift that each pitcher has given. You know, look at the zeros up on the board last inning and a half or so. Relief pitchers have been good for both teams.
You know, some folks would say, well, why didn't the coaches start these guys, right? 3-4-5 here. Clifton to lead it off. Slider away. Clifton goes through.
Clifton comes in hitting 384 home runs, so he can charge the baseball as well. Like that.
Hard pass the third base bag and foul.
He's got his hands out in front, pulled that ball foul, let the ball get a little bit deeper, and you get yourself a double down the line.
Ward, who had retired 8 of the last 9 batters he faced in the super sectional game, has retired 7 of 8 he has faced here in relief since he came on in the second inning. Spinner out to Maverick Henry, gobbles it up, 1 out, and Clifton gets down the line in a hurry, 1 gone.
Good hustle, but solid play, knew he had time. Maverick Henry with the first out of the inning recorded by his 4-3.
We'll bring up Brady Ingram, Ren Lake commitment, all-conference player in the National Trail Conference. We talked about yesterday, Brady with quite the life outside of baseball, participates in the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League. And that's, I call it vehicle pulling. We used to just say tractor pulls, but Brady, who hits this ball into the hole and into left field. He's there with the 1-out single. And when this season comes to a close, Brady will take his vehicle and be part of this league that has a very rabid following. Ingram will stay to run, I believe. With 1 out, Donnie Zimmerman at the plate. Called strike to begin it. A line out to left and a strikeout. Pretty good lead at first. Pitch just missed, grazing Zimmerman.
Maverick Henry, the second baseman. See him on the far right part of your screen. He's over towards second like he should be. Shortstop Tice Fullerton in the hole. I wonder if he can get to second base on a ground ball.
Right at the shortstop, short hop. 1, relay, not in time. Went from Fullerton to Henry. They get the lead runner.
You know, Fullerton obviously did not start at shortstop. Colby Wirt did, but made a couple nice, solid, fundamental plays. That ball easily could have eaten him up. A one hopper right into his midsection. He's able to stay with it. Had the presence of mind to stay calm, cool, collected, and underhand that ball to Maverick Henry for the force out at second base. Good job by the shortstop.
Runner running, ball fly to right field, making the running catch is Hayden Weesey, and a single gets cut down to a force out, then the next pitch becomes a fly out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man left. We're starting to get there, folks. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. The score still 5-2 North Clay on top of Brown County.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit safrsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Back at Dozer Park in Peoria, it's the 1A State Baseball Championship as the IHSA season winding to a close. We'll finish it out next weekend along with some other sports. Baseball will be in Joliet for the 3A and 4A championships, and we've still got some work to do here today. It will be third place game in Class 2A coming up at 3 o'clock. Maroa Forsyth to take on Columbia, and then the championship game in 2A. Richmond Burton and Joliet Catholic Academy. They met on the football field this year in the state semifinals, a state championship that was eventually won by Joliet Catholic. Well, you really have to like in this game how these two relief pitchers have come in and absolutely taken care of business.
Well, what they've done is they've come in and pounded the strike zone. They've been efficient with their pitches, not getting in too many deep counts, but they've been able to consistently pound the strike zone, which either they've been getting either strikeouts or, their defense has been pretty good since the early innings. There were some defensive mistakes. Since then, we've seen some really fine plays.
Clifton will be challenged this inning here in the bottom of the fifth. Blakely, Henry, Gresh, 3-4-5 in that Brown County order. Tails that one away from Blakely.
And he'd be served very well if he stays away from Blakely here. Go to the outer edge. Blakely out of the wide open stance. He's trying to pound the outside.
Center fielder Griffey shaded to right. Right fielder Widener deep and pulled a little bit towards the line. That pitch goes behind Blakely. I always find that amazing how that can happen.
Me too. I'm sure I did that a bunch of times in my career.
But you would look at your glove, because it's always your glove. I mean, even if you threw the ball, it's always your glove.
No, you look at the mound like it was my landing area.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got a kick out of this one too. Clifton throws it behind Blakely. He gets the ball back from the catcher. He taps his chest like, that's on me. Well, yes, it is. It is on you. Blakely fouls this one off. Big hitter here for Clifton. Blakely with an RBI single. Had a double yesterday. And following him is Mason Henry. Put a ball on the track here earlier. Blakely, good cut, just got a piece of it.
Straight back right on that ball, kept his hands, could get on top of it, but just got enough of it to foul it off to stay alive. Set up for a straight change. Don't know Holden Clifton has one in his arsenal.
Again, it is spoiled out of play. Blakely headed to Spoon River Community College. He and the man following him, Mason Henry and Gabe Blakely, playing together since they were 6 years old.
They finished the season by riding a fire truck together last Wednesday night. From 6 years old to a fire truck ride.
To left field, hanging up long enough, and a running catch made by Zimmerman. Any ball in the air to this North Clay outfield has been an out.
That ball was hit right on the screws, and Zimmerman right in his tracks ran it down, and the outs continue to mount putouts for this outfield.
One gone to Mason Henry. We've talked about how deep this outfield's playing, and obviously that is by design, coming from North Clay coaches, but you know your fielders, right?
Yep.
You can see the reactions, the paths. Henry scoops this one foul and rattles it off the facade down the left field line.
John Freck, the head coach, but a good coach will give responsibility to his coaching staff with positioning and charting and things like that. It takes a staff to have a complete program.
Henry 2 for 2 today, including that double. Drove in a run in the first. Right there on the outside edge, taken for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. North Clay picked up a run in the first. It was matched by Brown County in the bottom of the first, and it's a 4 spot sitting in the top of the second inning. It's pretty much the difference in this game. Brown County picked up a run in the bottom of the third. Henry gets after it in a big way. fouls it back. And again, the upper facade, if you will, here in this two-level stadium in Peoria. Two-two pitch. Oh, that was really good pitch. And I don't mean it's a good pitch because it was a strike, because he missed, but he missed in a great location.
Yeah. Good pitch, good take. Bryton Griffey in center field. He's got to be 370 feet from home plate.
Henry jammed. Boy, they are really working Mason Henry well.
Get that expansive center field, 400 foot straight away. And Griffey's probably, 15 feet from the warning track. So you're talking about 360s playing position-wise. Good at bat.
Leads to a one-out walk for Henry. That was a fun battle right there.
Good at bat.
Brings up Will Gresh, 0 for 2 today.
Number 35, Will Gresh.
Gresh stands far away from home plate and can't reach that one.
Only the second walk given up by North Clay pitching.
Clifton in his third inning of relief. He's walked those 2, struck out 3. He is yet to allow a hit. Brown County has out hit North Clay 7-5. Wind has been changing slightly here today, and now blowing from left field corner to the right field corner. It's been the other way. It's blown out just a little bit at times. We saw the ball really carry well yesterday when the wind was blowing like this to the right field corner. Ground ball will get through. It does. And headed to third is Henry. Brown County runners first and third on the single from Gresh.
Gresh laced that ball past the diving Leighton Dawkins, and good job by Henry and Jared Hoots, his coach, because how deep the outfield's playing. That ball, was on the ground into the grass, and as good as Bryton Griffin is, he was never going to be able to track that ball down, pick it up for a throw at third. So that's knowing from an offensive running standpoint where your outfield is positioned and taking advantage of that.
Ethan Howell to bat with runners at first and third. Ball 1. Outfield a little bit shallower here for Howell. Not as much pop as the fellows preceding him in the lineup. That's going to get down, base hit. That will score a run. Henry scores easily. Pulling into second will be Gresh. It's a 5-3 game. Back-to-back hits by Gresh and Howell.
See, you go back to that run they put up in the third inning. Remember that? When it was 5-1, they made it 5-2, and we said that would be a key that they had taken back momentum. We just cut into that lead. Now they put another one up, and honestly, they're flat out in business right here with only 1 out. The tying run is on base now.
Tate Fullerton, to once again, courtesy run for Howell, who picks up his second hit of the day. And this is Tice Fullerton at the plate. So after a leadoff out, a line drive to left, it's been walk, single, single for the Hornets.
And notice what the first runner you said was, a walk. And that walk is now scored. When you're in command of the situation, Holden Clifton, then you walk a man,
At the number 7 spot in the order for Brown County. Fullerton down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I tell you what, he gets his money's worth on his swings, though, doesn't he?
He does.
He goes up there a hacking and a slashing, and I say that in an affectionate way. He's very aggressive. 6'1", 170, a freshman.
Takes another good rip.
Back his last 2 swings, though, he's dropped his backside just a bit. I don't think he wants to elevate this ball. I think he wants to stay on top of this one and try to drive it through the infield.
Not holding the runner on at first. And that is Tate Fullerton. Didn't miss by much. Good job by Ingram behind the plate. And I can tell you did a good job because of the oohs and ahs from the Louisville North Clay fans.
Tice Fuller carries his hands really high, but he'll drop them down, get ready to hit.
He does. Griffey into right center. Will make the catch retreating. The runner did not tag at second, so the second out of the inning will leave runners at first and second.
I wonder how many yards Griffey has run today to catch fly balls. He got a 100-yard rusher today, I think.
Cole Beemeyer now will run at second base for Goresh. Gavin Montgomery awaits at the plate. Montgomery started this ball game at first base. He is now the designated hitter, and he was listed at both positions, which is perfectly legal. He became the DH when Wart came in to pitch. So Beemeyer running at second. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. 2-run difference. A lot of room in right center for Montgomery.
Montgomery tardy on that one.
Very quickly, Clifton gets on top in the count of Montgomery. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Just a piece of it just out of the glove of Ingram. Montgomery thought that ball was caught just from the sound of it. Sounded like he foul-tipped it into the mid of Ingram.
He's walking away. He gets another shot. Another pass into baseball here, young man. Take advantage.
Ingram lining up outside. That's where the pitch is, and it's called strike 3. Holden Clifton hit the glove. He picks up his 4th strikeout. He strands 2 runners. However, Brown County puts 1 on the board. They do it by virtue of 2 hits, and we've got a 2-run game. Things are getting serious now as we head to the top of the 6th inning.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button, because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's ProTech, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear Protex because they're scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
North Clay with the 5-3 lead despite being out-hit here in this game. Out-hit 9-5. And of those 5 hits for North Clay, 4 of them came in the second inning when they scored their 4 runs. Just 1 hit in the last 3 innings here with Colby Wart on in relief. Meanwhile, Brown County has had 2, 2, 3, 0, and 2 hits in the first 5 innings. They have left 8 runners on base. First batter here in this inning is Widener. Bounces into the bullpen, and that's going to be a double.
That ball just handcuffed Gresh at third base, hit extremely hard. Pretty tough hop to deal with.
Well, they actually gave him an error, I believe.
E5.
Leighton Hawkins looking to put a bunt down, looking to bunt for a base hit. He's trying to put it down the third base side. ball was hit hard by Widener.
Khaled Ballard warming in the bullpen down the right field line.
Corners are in. And that's past the first baseman, Henry. This will head down the right field line. It will score a run. RBI single from Leighton Dawkins.
You had just mentioned corners in, and that was a part of that play. First baseman Mason Henry was playing in. That ball squirted right past him, hit hard, just inside the fair line, if you will. Scores the run, so 2 hard hit balls on the ground parlayed into 1 run up on the board.
North Clay gets that run back very quickly here in the 6th inning, and that's a line drive up the middle for another base hit. This coming off the bat of Griffey.
7, 8, and 9 with hard hit balls. And turn the lineup over to the top of the line right now.
Once again, Jared Hoots will head to the mound. Well, that's responding in a big way.
Yes.
A hard hit ball to start the inning, and then a couple of hard hit singles, and you get that run back in a hurry, and that lead goes back to 3.
Well, I'm not saying it too prematurely, but that's responding in a championship kind of a way. You stop the bleeding with only 1 run, then you come back, boom, boom, boom. E5 on a hard hit ball, base hit, base hit.
Once again, the conference will be broken up by John Allen. And Allen gets all the way up to the top of the hill there in the middle of the field. A lot of times you don't see umpires have to get that close. Message has been sent. Runners first and second, nobody out with a run in at the top of the order, and Colin Ballard. He had to sprint in from the bullpen after Dawkins' single because he was just the man that was supposed to be on deck when Griffey was there.
Yeah,
Griffey didn't take long in his at-bat.
Like I said, those base hits happened in a hurry, didn't they?
Just like that. 8 hits. This one is sliced down the right field line, giving ground right fielder. Weesey makes the catch. Nice job by Hayden Weesey. Boy, we've seen some outfield play here today.
That ball was hit hard. A ball that's hit to the line, goes further to line, slicing away from the left fielder. Weesey just basically stayed with it. I won't say outran the baseball, but pretty doggone close. Great catch with his left hand elongated toward the foul line. That ball was squared up as well, though. That's 4 straight hard hit balls.
I'm going to correct myself on that score. They're going to give Widener credit for a double.
Okay.
Off the third baseman's glove. So 3 hits in the inning to start this inning. 1 out, and the number 2 hitter, Logan Fleener.
I concur with that double, by the way.
I do too. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run in. Top of the 6th inning in the 1A state championship game. Wart delivers. There's a smash right through. Gresh at third. Ball deflects into foul territory. Scoring easily will be Dawkins. Into third will be Griffey, and the lead is pushed to 4.
That ball was absolutely scalded. So that is honestly, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls hit hard in a row. That will probably go as an error because that was right at him, but it was scalded. So they got 2 runs in, 2 runs in scoring position, and are really, really attacking the baseball right now.
3, 4, 5 now. Holden Clifton at the plate. Runners second and third. Ingram waits on deck. Crooked number here in the top of the 6th. Lifted to center. Tagging at third is Griffey. Blakely makes the catch. His throw, too deep, too much. Scoring is Griffey, the 3rd run of the inning. Sacrifice fly from Clifton, his 3rd RBI of the day.
Louisville, North Clay right now. they are feeling it with this 3-run rally, 5-run lead. And I don't know, we've talked about before, you start counting outs, I bet you they are. 6 outs to get.
This has been an explosion. I just got done explaining how Ward had been silencing the bats, and then it's been barrel, barrel, barrel.
Yeah, he's been good, but they've turned him around this inning.
Here's Ingram, can't hold up. Fleener still at second. An 8-3 lead. To left, giving ground is Carr. Back, he's at the wall. He makes the catch right in front of the wall. Whoa, that ball was hit by Ingram. Carr stayed right with it. However, 3 big runs. It's an 8-3 lead heading to the bottom of the 6th of the 1A title game.
Have you said yes to being an organ, tissue, and eye donor? It's a powerful decision to give life to others when you're gone. Today, we cheer for Matthew, his family, and all those who say yes to donation. You have the power to save and enhance lives. Sign up today at donatelifeillinois.org and say yes to being a donor.
High school sports fans never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the IHSA network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSNetwork.com. We are high school.
Holden Clifton stays out on the hill. They'll take him as deep as he is effective. Definitely loosened up and ready to go would be Colin Ballard, still at third base, but he would be the next guy that they would go to if John Freck decides to make or needs to make a pitching change.
Were you an out counter?
Yes. Can't help it. I know you're not supposed to, but I think in some ways you do need to, because you need to plan ahead. Okay, if there's this many outs, am I going to do this? If this many outs, I'm going to do this. But you're trying to finish a ball game, I'll be honest with you, that's, I only need this many. I only need this many. I mean, right now, I'm going to tell you, we're 6 outs for a state championship. I guarantee you, that's the mentality over there, That's why they're the Louisville North Clay fandom, that last 2 runs scored. That's when I said they could feel it right then. That was the first time that they created some separation, and they know right now. You sometimes get to the point where I don't want to bat. I just want to go get my 3 more outs.
The biggest lead of the day comes here as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning with Maverick Henry to lead things off. 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout for the freshman right fielder who started in right field, now the second baseman. But he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes with Wart waiting on deck. Three-0.
Clifton, the last 2 pitches, had 2 distinctive release points, and that's not a good thing. He's got to find his release point, stay with that. He might be tiring just a bit.
Henry will stay in there as that's called for a strike. Fleener will wait for the hop. He gets it. Sidearm flip. And Clifton comes back from being down 3-0 to getting a ground out to start the 6th inning.
Good comeback, good win the battle, not giving in. And again, now with being 5 outs away, getting the leadoff man, the 6th inning, getting the leadoff man in the 7th inning would be huge both times.
Wart bats for the 4th time today, looking for his first hit. Looks a pitch right down the middle.
And that's a good adjustment, finding his release point. He went behind 3-0, comes back to 3 strikes, now 4 strikes in a row.
Ward had a couple of hits yesterday, so pretty much right on his average here. 2 for 6 here in the abbreviated 2 games. Holds up on that pitch up in the zone. Now he's at a good count for himself. 2 balls and a strike. Just gets a piece of that one. There have been 16 outs in this game by Brown County. 9 of them have been to the outfield. Fly ball's the outfield. Fleener's going to get another chance. Takes a great hop for him. 2 outs.
He did a nice job. That ball hit the edge between dirt and grass and came up. He stayed right with that, caught that on the backhand side, got to him in a hurry. He knew he had plenty of time. Makes the kind of a tough play look routine.
4 straight retired by Clifton. Sam Carr bats with 2 outs. Carr has 2 of the 9 hits. He has scored 2 of the 3 runs for the Hornets. And this one could be, yes, hit number 3. Big day for Sam Carr.
First ball, fastball hunting. He got it right in on the inner third and was able to pull the hands through the zone, knock it down to third base. No catch-up baseball being played. They let him swing away, and why not? 3 hits on the day.
Blakely with an RBI single in the third. Gabe Blakely, the senior. Looks like big cut. He was trying to yank it over that right field wall here.
Can he get one of those big flies? 44 RBIs, 12 doubles on the season.
Just like that, Clifton in charge at 0-2.
3 home runs Blakely has, so he can go yard.
Blakely looked down to his coach, Jared Hoots, and Hoots just said, go ahead.
0-2, there's not much
Flung
else
that
to say.
arm up, yeah.
Yank one out of here. How's that sign?
And Hoots actually, his arm motion, which was a sweep upward, it was towards that right field wall.
3-10 straight down the line here at Dozer Park.
Pretty good lead at first for Carr. Don't believe he's going anywhere, but I'm wrong. He looks to steal, but it's Blakely with the strikeout, and that closes out the inning. What a job Holden Clifton has done. Coming on in relief in the third inning has allowed just 1 run, and his team leads it by 5 as we go to the 7th.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's Protect, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear Protects because they are scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's Protect football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit SAFRsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Take a look around this park. A lot of red behind the dugout on the first base side, all kinds of green. On the third base side, the t-shirt companies are loving it when your team gets to the state finals. And, really good turnout here today. Louisville, North Clay, just south of Effingham, about 20 minutes, and Brown County in the western edge of the state. They've come to Peoria. Leading it off will be Donnie Zimmerman, number 5 in the order. first appearance for each of these two schools in the state baseball finals.
Zimmerman 1 for 6 in the tournament. That hit was yesterday.
He's a left fielder, and he'll take a fastball right there on the inside part of the plate. 1-2. Put a bat on the ball to Fullerton. Not in time. Speedy Donnie Zimmerman beats it out to begin the top of the 7th.
Boy, let's disseminate what just happened there. That was an excellent pitch by Colby Wirt. Breaking ball down and away. You said bat on ball. That's all Zimmerman did. That ball stayed down the whole time. Fullerton did not come and get it, sat back, and Zimmerman just busted it down the line. Infield single.
Carson Burkett started this ball game on the mound. He pitched into the 3rd inning. Fly ball center field as Zimmerman was looking to steal on the pitch, but Blakely is right there for the first out. I used to always say, Mark, playing with house money, that's what John Freck is doing right now. I've got a 5-run lead. I'm going to run. I'm going to swing the bat. Nothing really to lose here.
And if you're going with nobody out, you're going to go with 1 out. So will we see a pitch out or a throw over?
Dakota Widener scored a couple of runs today. Had a big double to start last inning. Started a 3-run inning. And he was in the middle of the 4-run 2nd inning.
See if Jared Hoots wants to pitch out here. Short lead.
There he goes, swinging again and fouling it back. Zimmerman twice has gotten the break from first base.
So I think sometimes pitchers are so locked in, which they should be, at their pitch at hand, that sometimes you have to have a set call from the dugout for a step off or a throw over.
Short lead Zimmerman. Fouled back towards the screen. Here comes Howell. He'll make the attempt over his head. A ball that is hit back is going for a catcher is always going to come back towards home plate. And that time Howell had a long run, just overran it.
Got that back spin. Pretty good effort.
Of course, during the regular season, the backstops, the screens, varying distances from home plate and different high school fields here. A lot of room here in this minor league stadium. That's a long run to get there. Widener stays alive at 1-2. This one will stay in play, but in foul territory. Who wants it? Wirt calling for it. And he'll make that catch. You knew it was going to be Colby Wirt's ball. A shortstop when he's not on the hill.
Yeah, that does make a difference. I was just going to jump on that point as well. Pitchers don't catch many pop-ups, but Colby Wirt's a shortstop, so he's caught hundreds and hundreds of pop-ups. He took charge there.
Leighton Dawkins with an RBI single that occurred last inning. That drove in the first run of that 3-run inning. And there was your pitch out that was more of like a pitch up.
Yeah, he didn't get that ball in the outer batter box. And it's a definitely run situation. I'd go back-to-back pitch outs. I really would.
Zimmerman holds. The count 2-0. We were talking about pitch outs, was it yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah, the games are all run at each other, don't they?
Yeah, they do. This is our 6th game of this weekend. 7 and 8 coming up next, beginning at 3 o'clock. If you're watching with us live, that will be Class 2A third place team, Aurora Forsyth, will be taking on Columbia, preceding the championship game between Joliet Catholic Academy and Richmond Burton. Three balls, a strike, and 2 outs to Dawkins.
Now this is a really good pitch to run on. You ran before because you basically, we call this betting on the hitter. I mean, ball 4 or base hit here, right?
Zimmerman stays, and there is ball 4. 2 runners aboard for the number 9 hitter, Brighton Griffey. What did you say his numbers were in terms of runs scored?
41 runs scored.
Well, add a couple to that because he has scored twice here today.
43 runs scored, 41 driven in.
And actually throwing another from yesterday.
So 85 runs produced this season.
Batting in the 9th spot. And he has been rock solid in center field today.
Oh my goodness, he's been fun to watch in center field.
This one scooped foul and right into the sea of red.
Brighton Griffin is indeed a senior. He said Vincennes University. He is going to be a really nice collegiate player.
Two hits, 2 runs scored today in a super sectional. He's 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Had a double, also pitched an inning and a third in that game.
Things have worked out incredibly well. Hit him in the 9-hole for John Freck. And John Freck's done a great job keeping him there. You might have the urge to get him more bats, put him up top, but things have worked out well. My goodness, they're counting outs. 3 more to the state championship with him hitting the 9-hole.
This run through the playoffs, it's been nothing is ever comfortable, but when you win games by 11, 4, 10, had a 1-run game in the sectional championship game against Stewart's in Strasburg, and then a 5-run win in the super sectional yesterday, 13-run win, and here they sit with a 5-run difference. This has been a very, I'll use the word, very comfortable path through the playoffs. Bases loaded after that walk to the top of the order in Ballard.
Blount County fans trying to cheer on their pitcher, give him a little bit of confidence, pump up the adrenaline just a bit.
Well, they need to get this out to have a shot here.
Absolutely true. Any kind of hope depends on what happens in this at-bat.
Ballard would have been happy had that scraped his left shoulder. It did not. Count 1-1. You can see Wart kind of wearing down a little bit here in the last couple of innings. He came out and retired at one stretch. 7 of the first 8 batters he faced. Backing out of play. 2 strikes in the ball to Ballard. He singled in a couple of runs earlier, victimized by an outstanding play by right fielder Hayden Weesey his last time up. And there is the hit by pitch, and there is another run. It's 9-3.
That breaking ball he got underneath of, and the ball just spun. Didn't have any bite at all, and gives up that run.
Well, Zimmerman, the leadoff single, he crosses the plate, forced in, and Logan Fleener to bat for the 5th time today. Five runs in the first 2 innings, 4 runs and counting here in the last 2 innings for North Clay.
"24 runs in the tournament. That'll catapult you to a championship."
Line drive, that's going to score a couple more. Dawkins will score. Griffey will score. It's 11-3. Fleener with a 2-out, 2-run single. Ballard heads to third. Jared Hoots heads to the mound.
Fleener's such a handler of the bat. Just laced that one over shortstop's head, and that might about get things done.
Big hug on the mound with coach and player.
We talked about this yesterday, Dave Bernhard. We talked about head coach John Freck, 3 outs away from the state title. Here's how he started his career: 4-25 at Mascoutah, 0-15 at Clay City, 2-11 at Clay City. You get the idea. And now he's 3 outs from a state title.
Coming in to pitch is Tice Fullerton. The freshman will just flip-flop places with Wart at shortstop and pitcher.
And I know Tice did not warm up. We did not see anybody warming up there, so.
How about the explosion here of North Clay?
Oh, my goodness. Well, they put up in this tournament, what, a 5-run inning, an 8-run inning, a 4-run inning, a 3-run inning, a 3-run inning.
So 26 runs scored in 12 innings. It was just a 5-inning game yesterday. Earlier today in our third-place game in Class 1A, it was Ottawa Marquette in a 5-inning, 12-0 win over Leroy.
Well, since May 10th, here's their offensive scores: 20, 11, 13, 5. Sounds like nothing, but that's 5, 11, 5, 13. They got an 8 in there. They won a small ball game against Stewartburg-Strasburg. But then, of course, 15 yesterday and 11 today. 26 runs. That'll get it done.
Third pitcher of the day used by Brown County. 11 runs on 10 hits. Brown County has matched those 10 hits.
Somebody's getting a big cheer down the first base line. I think maybe they're waving at you.
Oh, shoot, I wasn't looking. I was looking at Holden Clifton stepping into the batter's box here. He takes a big cut, a good one, fouled it straight back. How about a championship game for Holden Clifton? 3 runs batted in today, and that's what he did at the plate. And he came on in relief and has only allowed 1 run. He came in with nobody out in the 3rd inning. A couple of men on.
He came in, strikeout, fly ball, fly ball.
Fleener running. Pitch gets away. Looking to score is Ballard, and he will. 12-3.
Really aggressive base running. Read the ball, the flight of the ball, hit the dirt, and boom, he was gone. And in.
One ball and 2 strikes. Clifton on a 1-hopper to Gresh. And that will close out the inning. 4 runs in the inning on 2 hits. A commanding 9-run lead heading to the bottom of the 7th inning in your 1A championship game.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's Protect, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear Protex because they are scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's Protect football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit SAFRsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Today's game is available for download. All you have to do is click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. That's really only a matter of time unless we see a comeback of epic proportions here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, down to the last 3 outs of the 1A baseball season, 2A to follow. And the champion should be crowned within, 8 to 10 minutes. We shall see.
Holden Clifton is, other than that, retiring 3 in order in the inning you just detailed when he came on in relief. He's had a base runner or 2 in each inning. However, he's made the pitches, gotten the outs when he has needed them. He kept his team with the lead. This was a 5-1 game. It was cut to 5-3 at one point. The last 7 runs of this game scored in the last 2 innings. Push this to that 9-run difference. Mason Henry to lead it off here for Brown County in the 7th.
Holden Clifton's got one thing in his mind. Strike 1.
He's going to get strike 2. This ball lands foul.
It's always tough pitching in this situation. Let me explain that. One, you just want to come get him, right? And so sometimes you say, okay, I'm going to throw a fastball down the middle. And that can get yourself in a little bit of a trouble.
Little jam shot that will fall in front of the left fielder, Donnie Zimmerman.
Like that. That was 0-2 center cut.
We'll give a shot here to Gresh.
Now play for 35, Will Gresh.
Gresh has a hit today. And with that base hit by Henry, Brown County has officially out-hit North Clay today. And yet another hit. That will be the 12th hit of the day.
Now that's what I was alluding to on my previous comment. Just, you want to just get the ball in, make them play with it, but people sitting dead right on a fastball. So you have to have that balance between getting ahead and then mixing them up.
You can play a game of ifs, right? But you kind of take away those 7 runs scored in the last 2 innings.
You have some excitement.
Yep. Strike 1 to Ethan Howell. He has 2 hits today. Underneath the glove, and that will advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd. One ball and 2 strikes. Tice Fullerton on deck.
Love Brown County's approach. They're getting their swings, getting their hacks in. Stay in there, young man. Right? Need runners.
He hung there for a while.
Yeah. Ethan Howell decided to get out of the way.
2-2 pitch. A strikeout. Number 6 in relief for Holden Clifton. He struck out at least 1 batter in each of the 5 innings he has pitched. 1 out to Fullerton. This should be enough. Griffey drifting back. He will make the catch. Tagging and scoring is Henry. It's a 12-4 game, but 2 outs. A state championship game.
On their feet down the right field line. Louisville North Clay knows they need 1 more. Now you can count outs, right?
Yes, yes.
You non-out counter.
Gavin Montgomery will hope to not be the final out of this game for Brown County. At shortstop, Logan Fleener hopping up and down. He watched his father coach 4 state championships. And he is on the verge of winning one as a player in his junior year.
It's almost mound time. Celebration on the mound is what I'd be referring to.
Fielded by Clifton. The soft toss, and there it is. your 2022 Class 1A state champions, the Cardinals from Louisville, North Clay. North Clay came to this state tournament and they rolled in 2 games, outscoring their 2 opponents 27-6. I don't know how much more deserving you can be of a state championship when you throw up those numbers.
Got it done at the plate, just enough pitching. We saw some really, really solid, fine outfield defense, especially middle infield, solid as a rock. Deserving state champions go to 33-6 and a big trophy.
In its first appearance in the state finals, North Clay High School will bring home the big one. The final score, your 1A champions, 12. Brown County 4. Congratulations to the Cardinals from North Clay. More baseball to come from Peoria. We'll flip it over to 2A action. Third place game coming up live at 3 p.m. from Dozer Park, followed by the 2A state championship. But for now, congratulations to both Brown County and North Clay making their first appearances in the state finals. But your state champs from Louisville, the North Clay Cardinals, 12-4 winners over Brown County. For Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhardt. We'll be back in a bit.
This NFA Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit safrsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Tweet our social media by using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the field for the presentation of first place and second place team and individual awards in the 2022 IHSA Class 1A State Baseball Tournament. Presenting medallions and trophies are members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors attending the tournaments. Amy McMahon of Petersburg, Florida, representing Division 6. This time, please meet the Hornets of Mount Sterling, Brown County, finishing the 2022 season in second place with a final record of 28-5. Superintendent Ron Everly. Principal Holly Craven. Athletic Director David Phelps. Trainer Sarah Hollenstein. Head Coach Jarrett Hoots. Assistant coach, Jeremy Garrett. Assistant coach, Keaton Wart. And now for the players. Number 1, Jack Buss. Number 2, Gavin Montgomery. Number 3, Hayden Weesey. Number 4, Joe Miller. Number 5, Maverick Henry. Number 7, Sam Carr. Number 8, Colby Wart. Number 9, Jack Anderson. Number 10, Ethan Howell. Number 12, Sterling Lever. Number 13, Tice Fullerton. Number 22, Cole Bieheimer. Number 23, Ryan Wart. Number 24, Layden Volk. Number 25, Eli Blakely. Number 33, Maddox Whitell. Number 34, Gabe Blakely. Number 35, Will Gresh. And number 43, Ethan Oliver. Now at this time, please meet the Cardinals of Louisville, North Clay, who finished in first place with a final record of 33-6. Superintendent Travis White. Athletic Director Rich Rubaugh. Trainer Cassandra Polhouse. Head Coach John Freck. Assistant Coach Hunter Clifton. Now the players. Number 1, Evan Clifton. Number 2, Logan Fleener. Number 3, Layton Dawkins. Number 4, Colin Ballard. Number 5, Miguel Vasquez. Number 6, Jacob Hoyt. Number 8, Bryson Griffey. Number 9, Aiden Jones. Number 10, Landon Fry. Number 11, Gavin Hosselton. Number 12, Donnie Zimmerman. Number 13, Daniel Warren. Number 15, Alex Booth. Number 17, Keegan Sullins. Number 18, Holden Clifton. Number 20, Dakota Widener. Number 21, Carson Burkett. Number 25, Jesse Widener. Number 27, Brady Ingram. And number 32, Matt Sullen. Now with Coach Hoots and the captains of Mount Sterling, Brown County, please step forward to receive the second place trophy. The Hornets of Brown County. Runners-up in 2022. Now the coach Freck and the captains of Louisville Warren Clay, please step forward to receive the first place trophy. The Cardinals of Warren Clay, 2022 1A State Champions. And just a reminder for your safety, for the safety of those around you, we ask that you please do not stand or sit atop the dugouts. Thank you.